morning. Actually, my bad, it's not morning anymore, but where I'm at, it's not morning. But if it's morning where you guys are, good morning. But it is in the afternoon right now where I'm at, so good afternoon. Hi, happy Tuesday. Hopefully you guys are doing great. Hopefully everybody had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. No complaints. I just wanted to come and say hi to you guys too. So hopefully everybody's doing good. I'm vibing. I'm on my walk finally, taking my little walks again. I remember like when I was in Cali, I used to walk all the freaking time. I need to get back on it, you know. So that's what I'm doing now. But hopefully everybody's doing good. You know, I know last time I was talking about judgment, I think, the other day on Sunday. But that's judgment for you, you know, literally. Like, it's crazy. Like, I had a lot of people. I did get judged a lot, especially in 2020 through 2023. And even part of 2024. But, like, I just learned how not to let it get to me. You know, and so I just learned how to, like, kind of shield myself from it. And, because, like, even when I first started my journey, you know, I had a lot of people judging me, you know. And it's crazy because I did have a lot of gang stalkers too, so I got stalked a lot. Like, literally, I could go to the store and the same people would be in the store, every store I went to. Even when I would work, they'll sit there and watch me, everything I would do. And so, even though people judged me and stuff and stalked me and stuff, you know, and they, I had a lot of blockages, as I mentioned in my last video, especially like with my my funds and just online as well. I would have blockages like through my job and stuff too. And so like people were literally taking money out of my account like for no reason. Like I don't even know where it would go to, you know. It would just disappear. And so I had a lot of blockages, you know. And so even though I had all the blockages and adversities that they put me through, I just started focusing more on my hobbies and my talents and my gifts and everything, right? Because that's pretty much what made me feel more comfortable, and it actually shifted my focus from all the blockages, you know, and it got my mind off of it, so I didn't really go crazy because of it. So I just really focused on you guys, really, literally, and just ignored them, you know, even though they were trying to break my heart and everything. I just still knew how to block it out. And they couldn't stand that, you know. It was bad because I believe like in the beginning, I was really like irritated because I didn't understand why people were following me everywhere, because you know me, like I don't talk to anybody. And especially when I was in Cali, I didn't talk to anybody, so I didn't understand why everybody would follow me everywhere. Like even if I would go to different states, they would follow me to the other state and all kinds of stuff, right? And so I just didn't. I think I was kind of terrified in the beginning with the gang stalking, because I didn't know why I was getting gang stalked like at all, right? And so it freaked me out because like literally everywhere I would go, I would have people following me, like a lot of people though, you know. And I didn't really know anyone, so I was kind of confused on why it was happening to me. But I know now, you know. It's crazy. But even with all the blockages and everything, I never really gave up on my talents or my gifts, because that's actually what brought me happiness, you know. And then I lost weight on top of it, because when I would do my videos, I would go out to nature to do them. And so I was able to like work out and stuff at the same time. And my focus wasn't really on my body back then until I started doing my videos. And then I started walking more. And then I started loving my body more because I started losing weight. And because in the beginning, if you guys remember, if you guys go back to my first videos, I was a little chubby. I had a double chin and all, maybe a triple chin. But now I don't have a double chin. And so over time of me working on myself, you know, I actually lost the weight and I actually became like the version of myself that I always wanted to be, you know, just by focusing on myself pretty much, while everybody else is focusing on me. It's crazy. It's been a crazy journey, you know. And I would actually have dreams too of the individuals that would attack me in my dreams. And a lot of these people that I would dream about, though, they're like well-known people, you know, like famous people, and I didn't know anybody at that time. So I just be like, why is this person in my dream, you know? And like, it's weird because like they would do certain things, like probably kiss me in my dreams, or they'll just pop up in my dream, and I'm like, why are you here? You know. And it was only certain individuals. I believe one individual was protecting me, telling me to stay away from certain people, right, in my dreams. And then the other ones, they would come into my dreams and like literally be hugging on me and all this weird stuff, right? And I used to follow these people too, right, like on Instagram or something like that. And I remember there was one individual that would always come in my dreams, right? But I followed this individual after a while. Like he's an artist, right? But he was like really famous. And so I loved his music. So I would listen to his music all the time. And so I followed him because I thought he would, because I loved his music, right? And so that's when I first like started my Instagram. And I remember I followed him first. I was like, oh, he's cool, I like his music, you know. I started following him. And then I remember some reason I stopped following him. I don't know why, I just didn't want to anymore. Like maybe like within a week. And then I went back on his page and he had like tears in his eyes on his profile picture, but the tears were like rainbows. So he's like crying rainbows, and like his mouth was dripping rainbows as well. And he kind of stated something on there about how he was sad or whatever. I think he was mad because I wasn't following him anymore. And so then I followed him again, right? Like, okay, well, maybe he's not that bad. So when I followed him, right, I started trying to follow other stars that I would listen to as far as their music, you know. And when I started following the other individuals, I remember he had posted something saying something along the lines like, you can't trust your friends. They're secretly jealous of you and secretly in competition with you. As soon as I started following other artists, right? And so because I was following him first, and I was actually friends with him on Instagram first, like I felt like since he knew these people, then he probably knew what was really going on, right? And I didn't really know them like that, right? And so I kind of trusted him in a way because I didn't know anyone, right? So I was just like, maybe he's telling the truth, I don't know, you know. So when I follow these people, he was saying like they're secretly jealous of me and in secret competition with me, right? And so I don't think he really liked it when I followed other artists. And so I stopped following the other individuals because I thought he was telling the truth. But then like over time, you know, he would post my music and do all this stuff, right? And I loved his music, I really did back in the day. But then he started being shady, right? I didn't understand why. It's just like randomly he started acting shady. And like if I would listen to, even when I would listen to other artists, you know, he would get upset about it. So a lot of times he would do stuff on YouTube. Like I would get there would be certain posts that would pop up, you know, when I would do certain things. So nobody else would see this but me, right? And so when I would listen to other artists, you know, he'll post something and like kind of along the lines like, don't listen to them, only listen to me, right? And so a lot of times I would just listen to his music because I didn't know if what was really going on. And so, because he did say that they were secretly jealous, right? And to only listen to him. And so, or he would get jealous if I would listen to other artists, right? And so then I remember there was, like, over time he started acting shady. And so I stopped trusting him, right? So I stopped listening, like I stopped following him, and I stopped listening to his music because I felt like he was shady. But he would be one of the main people that would be in my dreams, like, all the time. And so I thought we actually had a close connection because, like, he would always be in my dreams all the time. And but then when I stopped when I cut him off, when I stopped listening to him and cut him off literally, that's when he got upset. Because I remember I would listen to it was Party Next Door, because I like his music, some of his songs. And I remember I listened to his song not too long ago, actually. And then this individual that I unfollowed, he had posted something saying something along the lines like, as soon as I started listening to him, like, literally, this would happen all the time. So as soon as I started listening to this artist, he would post something, like a story. And his story was, he was like me mugging the camera. He's me mugging the camera. And he's like, what are you doing? I'm doing like 4 videos today. I'm working hard. I'm doing like 4 videos. Like, kind of like telling me, like, why are you listening to him? You know? And so then I was like, he just don't want me to listen to anybody, right? But him, that's what I got from it. Because it's like, every time I would listen to someone else, he would get jealous about it, right? And then talk about that artist, like they're not good or whatever, you know? Or I can't trust them, along those lines, right? Or that person does spell work and I never do spell work. You know, certain things like that. Like, you can't trust them, they do spell work, and I grew up in church and I don't do spell work. And so, like, that would kind of like freak me out in the beginning until he started acting shady. And I started questioning him. But he was still coming to my dreams, like, all the time. And so I would get that a lot, you know. And after I started following him, I stopped listening to his music, to be honest with you, because he ended up being really shady and talking crap, you know, low-key. And he would still, like, do certain things online to where I would see it. And, like, talking crap, you know, or, like I said before, when I listen to other artists, he'll get upset about it, right? And so then, over time, you know, I stopped listening to him. And I remember when I stopped listening to him, I went to Arizona. And when I was in Arizona, I would still have dreams about him. Like, he was the main person I was always in my dreams, not the other artists. He was like the main artist, right? And so I remember I was in Arizona and I had this dream, and he was in it, of course. And my car, in my dream, my car got messed up to where I couldn't drive it. And so I remember walking around, and when I came back and I couldn't find my car. And so I was looking for my car in this parking lot. And as I was walking in this parking lot, of course, he pops up again in my dream. And he was upset with me, though, in my dream. But remember, at this time, I wasn't listening to him anymore or following him, right? Because I kind of, like, left because I didn't want to deal with it anymore. I didn't want to listen to his music anymore or support him. And so in this dream, when in Arizona, you know, I remember having this dream. I was walking, looking for my car, and he pops up in my dream again. And he comes over to me, and he has this gun. And he points this gun in my face in my dream. And I stood in front of the gun because I didn't know he had a gun. And he pointed it in my face. But I think he pulled the trigger, but nothing actually happened, you know. He pulled the trigger, but nothing happened to me, literally. So he couldn't hurt me in my dream. And I woke up. And I was like, that's weird. Why am I dreaming about him? You know, again. I don't even follow him at this time or nothing. And so I just figured he's super shady. So I stopped listening to him. I never really went back. But he would post certain things, so kind of like trying to get me to listen to his music, but I just never did it. You know. But then I come to find out, like, there's other people I would dream about too. There's another individual I would dream about, and she would come through my dreams too and try to kiss me and all this stuff, right? And I used to follow her too, but I don't follow her no more neither, because she be low-key talking crap too. And so back in the day, I stopped following her too. But like, it's weird because now, as time went by, you know, like, this was probably back in 2021, 2022. But like, now that I look back at it, you know, these are the main individuals that were, like, pretty much, I found out later that they were the individuals that were actually sending me blockages. And you know, they're a big part of my adversities, you know. And so I was like, that's why I was dreaming about them, and that's why I dreamt about that. You know, later, like, things started coming more to light to me, and I was like, that's why I dream about them. And it would be like the main two, you know, that would actually do that to me in my dreams, right? And so that's why I don't follow certain people, and that's why I don't listen to certain music anymore. And so it is just crazy. There's this individual I would dream about as well, and she would come in my dreams too, and she would literally be attacking me in my dreams too. And I ended up going to stay over there with her for a little bit. And when I got there, you know, she didn't seem like she was happy when I got there. And so I was just like, at first she seemed all happy to see me when I went to go visit. But when I actually went over there to stay out there, you know, she didn't look happy when I got there. And so I was like, this is weird, but I never questioned it, right? I just kept an eye on it, you know. And I remember she would always tell me that she didn't listen to music anymore. And I would tell her, like, yeah, me neither. And she's like, because majority of the music has spells in them, you know, and I don't listen to none of them. They're all do spell work. Don't listen to nobody's music. And so she would listen to country a lot, right, instead. So she never listened to like R&B or anything around me this whole time I was with her, because she said that she didn't trust any of the artists and that they all did spell work and stuff, kind of like what he was saying. And so I just figured she didn't listen to music at all, because that's what she said, and she never listened to it around me except for country music. And so it was strange, because whenever, not too long ago actually, she paid for these tickets for us to go see a comedy show. And I told her, like, no, we don't have to, you know, it's fine, because they're really expensive, right? And she's like, no, we should do it, like, we should get out the house, you know, I have time now, you know, we really need to go, like, we should really do this. And I was just like, are you sure, you know, like, this is expensive, you know? And she was like, yeah, let's just do it, let's go, I'm gonna do it. And so she paid for them, and I went with her to the comedy show. The strangest thing, though, that I recall on that day is, as soon as we hit the highway to get to the comedy show, she started playing his songs. And I was just like, what the heck? I thought you don't listen to music anymore, like anybody, right? Other than country, right? So she started playing his song. And I didn't mention anything. I was just looking straight like, this is weird that she's playing his music, you know, out of anybody else's. So I just didn't say anything. I just kept quiet. And then as we kept driving, she's like, I love him so much. You know who this is, right? And I was like, yeah, I don't like him. And she was like, why? And I was like, he's shady. I don't like him. I don't listen to his music. And then she was saying, she started talking about this artist I usually listen to. And she was saying that she is horrible and that she does spell work, and that I shouldn't listen to her, and I shouldn't like her because she didn't like her. And I told her, I was like, no, I don't think she does that. I was like, I don't like him. I'm not going to listen to his music, though. Like, I'll listen to her music, but I'm not going to listen to his music. Because I knew how shady he was, right? Just from my experiences. And so she got upset. And she's like, why don't you like him? And I was like, because I just don't like him. I don't like his music. And she's like, his music is great. I know he looked like he might be strung out on drugs now, but his music is great. You should listen to him. And I was just like, no, I'm good. And she just kept playing his music. And like, he has the same name as one of her exes, right? He has the same name as one of her exes. And so she just kept playing his music. And she was like, what did she say? She mentioned his name, right, on one of his songs while it was playing. And she goes, she act like she's talking about her ex, but I know she wasn't, because they have the same name. So she goes, she said that she called his name and she's like, yeah, he's so amazing. Like, he used to sing this song to me in a different language, and he would sing it to her private part and saying like how he loved her private part and all this stuff, right? And I was like, I don't want to hear this right now, because I knew who she was really talking about. But I was just like, why are you even bringing this up to me? Like, I don't even care. Like, are you trying to rub it in my face, you know, that you guys did something together, you know? And I was just like looking at her weird, like, why did she do this? Like, out of all days, she could have been played his music, but she did it that night, right? And telling me how he succeeded to her private parts and stuff. I don't want to hear that. You know, not because I was jealous. It's just because I don't like that person. It's like, why are you even bringing them up? You know, I don't care. Like, why are you trying to rub it in my face, you know? And I was just like, I don't care about that person, you know? And she was just like trying to convince me to like him. And I was just like, I don't like him. And she's like, you should really consider listening to his music, because he's a great artist. He's better than all the other artists. And I was like, no, he's not. You know, because I know there's a lot of other good artists out there, you know? But he was always like that, though. Like, always trying to be number one in my eyes. Like he's better than all the other artists, you know? And so she kind of rubbed me the wrong way that night because of that. And then on top of that, she kept trying to convince me that he was sexy. And at the time I was just like, I don't think so. I used to think he was handsome, but not anymore. And she would get upset about that. And I was just like, no, I'm not. You're not going to convince me to like someone, you know, or listen to their music, you know? And she got upset about it. And so after that night, I just thought it was super weird. And so I stopped talking with her about this individual, because I just thought it was freaking weird. But she kind of pretty much confessed to me, you know, that she and him had something going on. And so, you know, it's just weird. Like, I knew, like, she probably knew him and stuff, because she was saying like how she would go to his shows and stuff too. So she's just kind of telling her herself, to be honest. And I just thought it was super rude. So I kind of distanced myself from her and stayed away from her, you know, because he would post certain things, and till this day too, like telling me how sorry he is, and how he regrets the past and all this stuff, right? But I don't like it. Like, I just ignore it, you know. I screenshot it for evidence and stuff, but I ignore it, because it's like, I know what he did, you know, as far as like my blockages and stuff. And I don't know if she knew about it or what, or if they're working together, I don't know, but it was kind of weird. So I kind of distanced myself from her too, because I just thought they were both weird. And even when I was at her house, you know, if I would take a shower and dry off and stuff, I would get like, something would pop up on my YouTube, and like little messages all the time. So this time something popped up on my YouTube as soon as I got out the shower, and like this person whoever it was, would say like, keep your shirt off. I like you better with your shirt off. You should keep your shirt off. And I'm like, how the heck do you, whoever this is like, how do you know that I'm naked right now? You know, it's just weird. And so like, he would do that. I'm not saying it was him, but he would do that stuff in the past. You know, if I would listen to other artists, he would post stuff to where I would see it, but other people probably wouldn't see it, you know? And I don't know, it was pretty crazy. So like, whenever that would happen, when I would get out the shower, I will always think of him because of the past, you know. But I really didn't know who was behind the fake pages, you know. But I would screenshot it all, you know, just for evidence, you know. It's annoying. And so, like, I kind of fell off with her, you know, because it's just weird. Like, you say that you don't listen to any artists, and not everybody has spell work in their music. But as soon as we go to the comedy show, you're trying to convince me to like him. And then you play his music the whole time. It's weird, right? So I kind of distanced myself from her too, because I don't know who's behind what, you know? And then, you know, with me being gang stalked all the time, you know, I just don't trust anyone, to be honest. And so now I listen to any artist I freaking want to, you know, regardless of what anybody says, you know. But it's annoying. It's really annoying. And he don't like me anyway. He be talking crap. I don't even care. But it's just annoying. Like, don't try to convince me to listen to his music, you know. It's weird. Super weird. So I kind of distanced myself from her too, because I don't trust her. I don't. Especially after that day, because, like, why are you going to do that the same night we go? You know, it's, like, weird. Out of the whole time me being around her, she never played it ever until we went somewhere together, and then she played it the whole time. And then she got upset with me because I told her I didn't like him, just to try to convince me to like him. And I'm just like, no, I don't like him. And she's like, you're bitter. You're just bitter. I'm sorry all these men did this to you. I'm sorry that they betrayed you like that. It's horrible, but you're just bitter. I was like, dude, I'm not bitter. I'm smart. You know, it don't mean I'm bitter. It just means I don't like to listen to his music. You know, and you can't convince me to do it. You know, it's weird. So now I think she knew a lot about stuff that, you know, was going on, because it's like, why are you trying to convince me? And so I kind of kept my distance, and I'm gonna continue to do that just for my safety and my sake, you know. It's crazy. And then I figured out later, you know, she really don't care for me neither, so I just don't trust none of them. So now I just listen to whatever the freak I want to listen to, you know. And it's weird. It's like the main people I was dreaming about, though, were the people that were actually trying to block me, you know, from a lot of stuff. And they never believed in my gifts neither. They talked about my gifts as well. And they always tried to convince me not to invest in my gifts, you know. But that's why I never gave up on my dreams, you know. I always did what I wanted to do in the end of the day. I still worked on my videos. I'm still here today. But I still worked on my videos regardless of what everybody was saying about me. You know, they'll talk crap about my gifts and stuff, and about me a lot, to try to make me give up, you know. Or they'll act like I'm delusional. That's what they say, that I was delusional. Or like whatever I would put energy into creating was trash, pretty much. But I never let it like get to me to where I stopped, you know, or gave up on my dreams or my goals, you know. I continued to work on them regardless of what they said, you know. So I'm glad I did, and I'm glad I didn't give up on myself and my gifts, because let's be honest, I probably wouldn't even be here today, you know, if I gave up on myself. Let's be real, for real. I probably wouldn't even be here today, because they were trying to end me, like, literally. And so I'm glad I never gave up on myself, and I'm glad I continued to go, you know, regardless of all the adversities or how much they talked about me, you know, and smeared my name and stuff and tried to ruin my reputation, literally. I'm glad I continued to grow, you know, because I'm still alive, you know, and it just helped me, like, with all the blockages and stuff. It just helped me, like, continue to work on my gifts, because if I was blocked from working, which I was a lot, I did my videos, and that brought me peace. And You know, if I stopped and gave up on my gifts and everything, I wouldn't be here today to help other people that were probably victims of the same issues, or if not worse, you know. And I'm still alive to tell my story, you know. And so maybe I helped some people out there that was possibly a victim and didn't even know. Or maybe went through the same thing I went through, you know. So it's just crazy because it was so secretive, like, because like nobody else would see what I see because it was just sent to me, as far as like the post, you know, on like other artists and stuff, or not listen to, try to make me not listen to other artists. You know, I will only see this stuff. Not everybody wouldn't see what I would see, you know. But it's crazy. I'm not even lying about this, you know. This is a true story. And so now I think about it, they were the ones that were trying to block me the whole freaking time. And it's so crazy. That's why I go off my intuition now, and I'm glad I did, you know, because I don't even listen to him anymore. And I don't know, for her to do that night, it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. You know, because like, why are you trying to convince me? And it's like, I don't know, it's weird. It's really weird. But I'm glad I'm still here to be able to tell my story and help other people out there that are probably going through that, or if not worse, you know. But what I did, I just continued to work on myself, and which made it easier for me to make it through, you know, and protect myself at the same time. It's crazy. But anyway, I just wanted to come and wish you guys a good Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. But yeah, it's crazy. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And I'll probably come on later, probably tomorrow. I'll come talk to you guys more often now. But damn, it's a big bird. Wow. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Love you. Bye.